Happy Monday. It's your girl C-WHITT with another C-WHITT session. What's a C-WHITT session? I'm so glad you asked. A C-WHITT session is a pop-up interview in a pop-up location with a surprise guest. I'm so excited to be joined by my friend Dr. Ramin Jackson, pastor of the St. Timothy Community Church, and there is a lot going on in this place. So I had to stop by for a for real fireside chat. I mean, the fire isn't going, but we are by the fireplace here in the sanctuary, outside the sanctuary in the lobby area of St. Timothy. And I saw you on TV the other day. I mean, I knew that it was going to happen. I knew your commercials were running for the concert, but it's just so funny when you see somebody you know or you just saw and they're on TV saying, come to St. Timothy. So for those who are under rocks, come from under the rocks, and let's talk to Pastor Jackson, Dr. Jackson, about the revival as well as the upcoming concert. How's the revival been going first?
So first of all, the whole month of October is our revival month, and we've been excited. We've been in revival since the first Friday. We had Reverend Dr. Reginald Williams, who came from First Baptist Church of University Park, Illinois, and oh boy, did he lay down the word.
Did he lay it down?
He laid down the word, and so if you missed the first Friday, you want to go back to YouTube, and you can Google it on YouTube, search for it rather on YouTube. On our Facebook page is there as well. So it's ST, which means starts with saying a space, and then Timothy. Is our Facebook page, and you can go scroll down and you'll see the video there for the first Friday. But he preached a word that was entitled You have to die, but you're not going to die here. And it was just so powerful. I think everyone that was in attendance received that word, and you can tell by the response from the people. Yeah. So that was our first kickoff Friday night, or Fire Friday. Then on this past Friday, we celebrated our youth. Oh, yes. And not just our youth in our church, because we are a community church. And so we reached out to our community, of course, and we looked for talent, gifts that our youth do have. And so this year, I sat with our youth pastor, Pastor Curran, William Curran, and I said to him, I want to do something a little different, the vision I see for that. We're accustomed to the traditional revivals and youth revivals. You have a preacher come in, do the 3-point sermon, and and then
open the doors, open the trays,
right?
Got it.
And young people are not really receiving the word in that regard, or in that method, I should say. Yeah. So I wanted to do something a little different, and so we just capitalized on their gifts, and really looked at their gifts. So we had some amazing gifts. Oh yes, the children of Gary in Northwest Indiana. Let me tell you, they're Hollywood ready. Yes, and we've had we had a soloist from our youth, Kansas Holcomb, and she was able to sing, and she has a beautiful voice. There were 2 drummers that were not members of our church outside of our church. Did you try to recruit them, Pastor? Listen, I would love to recruit these young people. Let me tell you. I think one does belong to a church. I don't know about the other one, but I'm gonna have to inquire. But yeah, I mean, one he had a snare, and he was gifted. And I was so tickled because I have rhythm as far as dancing. I can dance, y'all. I got a little something. Okay, that's gonna be a separate show. That's a whole separate show. Okay. We do line dancing. That's a whole another thing here at the church. But I don't have rhythm when it comes to the drums. It's like, so I maybe could do a steady beat, but you don't get much out of that. Yeah, it's definitely an art. Absolutely. But the young people, the way he just drummed, the passion he put into it. There was another drummer from Christian Valley Missionary Baptist Church, Elijah is his name, Bynum. And Bynum. Yeah, yes. Christian Valley. Yeah. Pastor Bynum. Yes. I digress. Yeah. But his nephew. Okay, nice. But he started out, and then all of a sudden you saw the Holy Spirit just drop right on him. Now is that on the page as well? That's all. Okay, I have to go on the page because I wanted to go, but I was already booked that evening for a gala, and I was like, wow, if I could split myself in 2, the other half of me would have been over here at St. Timothy. Let me tell you, the other half should have been here.
Well, congratulations to Pastor Curran for leading that effort. I know we had done some interviews and were helping to recruit and promote to ensure that it was a success, and it sounds like it was.
It was a success, and then I can't leave out the dance ministry from New Friendship Baptist Church. They came here. It was maybe about, 15, 20 kids that were youth that were in that dance group.
Oh, nice.
And they danced off Because of the Blood, and they were dressed in white, and they had red gloves on.
Oh, I'm watching this tonight.
And them young people were so anointed. It took me by, I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't. And when they started and they danced and the expressions they made that matched the words to the song, it's like they knew it was because of the blood, and you could tell, you felt the ministry through that dance ministry. So I want to definitely make a shout out to New Friendship Baptist Church, Pastor Thompson, and
Royce. I'm sorry, Pastor Thompson,
and his youth, the young dancers that came to be a part of our young, saved, and gifted.
Yeah, but you know what I like? There's a theme as you were talking about what happened. You mentioned all these local churches, and the churches that you've mentioned, the ones that I recognized, they all have young pastors like yourself. And it sounds like kind of a movement, if you will, of you all partnering. Doesn't matter necessarily where you belong, it's that you belong, and that you're bringing your congregations together to ensure that our young people get the word.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then it's the engagement and the fellowship amongst the young people.
I like it.
That I think is wonderful. And Pastor Kern and I were sitting there talking about it because it was such a success. He was like, Pastor, we want to do this like quarterly.
Yeah.
I was like, I see it, because oftentimes we put our young people to the back, and the adults, we do everything, right? We do the service, and we're doing the prayer, and we're doing this and doing that in the service.
And then they don't want to come.
Right, they don't come because they're not being included
Yes.
in the worship experience.
Yeah.
And so I think that the more and more we open up an opportunity for our young people to be included in the worship experience, I think it makes them more involved, feel a part.
Absolutely.
And to, again, pull on their gifts,
Yes.
that they have, because they have
Yes.
some gifts, and we have some anointed young people.
You have me want to stop this broadcast and go watch that, but I'm going to stay to the end. But okay,
we have some anointed young people, and that was just a handful. You can just imagine if we pulled these other gifts, that are in our city for young people and bring them really together to see what they really can do.
All right, well, Pastor Curran, you understand the assignment. We're going to go quarterly with this, so we'll circle back and find out what the future dates are as we continue to gather our young people and their talents. We have a lot of talented young people at Trinity, my church, Trinity Missionary Baptist Church. So, you had to get that plug in there, Pastor Gardner, in case he's watching. I had to make sure I gave a shout. But no, so those are the first 2 Fridays. You still have 2 Fridays left?
We have 2 Fridays left, so we're this coming Friday. We have Reverend Dr. Marcus Cosby, who's coming in from Wheeler Missionary Baptist Church in Houston, Texas.
Oh, wow.
And so he's been to Gary before. He's been to Trinity, Pastor John Jackson's church. He has invited him some years ago. So he's not he's familiar with Gary. He's no stranger to Gary.
Okay.
And matter of fact, several of my people have gone over to Trinity to hear him for the first time. So when I made an announcement that he's coming, I didn't realize that he was here.
He already had a following.
Right, he had a following here in Gary. So we're expecting, a good crowd on Friday.
Now, what's the time for that and the address for those just tuning in?
So 6:30 is the time. The address of St. Timothy Community Church. We're located off of 25th and Grant, but it's 1600 West 25th Avenue, right here in the beautiful city of
Gary, Indiana. Right. Nice.
So Friday we're going to open up the Voices of Love, which will be coming here tonight.
I gotta say VOL. Okay, I'm
VOL.
back. That's how we say it. Voices of Love.
Voices of Love.
I
right.
love it. They're coming to rehearse tonight?
They come to rehearse tonight in about 30 minutes. So.
I don't know if I want to go home and watch the video or go in the sanctuary and listen to the rehearsal.
And so, of course, the Voices of Love is no stranger to Gary either, right? These are Gary citizens, Gary people that that are made up of Gary churches, and I believe I want to say there's about at least 15 churches, if not more, that are affiliated with the Voices of Love.
So they're going to kick it off Friday night.
They're going to kick it off Friday night. They are the guest choir.
It's going to be on fire in here.
And I probably should say we are, because I'm supposed to be part of that choir. I've just been busy. But
excuses. So are you going to rehearsal tonight, Pastor? It's
I'm
in your building. You're here.
I know it's in the building. I know I'm here. I got
but
so much
if
to
you
do.
have pastoral duties, I'm sure they understand. But they're surely going to miss your tenor voice.
Yeah.
Or is it bass? What do you do?
It's tenor.
It's tenor. Okay.
It's tenor. But yeah, so this Friday, 6:30, again, Voices of Love going to open us up with some songs. And then we'll have another selection from the choir before he preaches.
Okay.
And then we'll hear from Dr. Cosby at that point.
Straight out of Houston.
Yeah, out of Houston, Texas.
So, Dr. Jackson, in my business, we say, in journalism, I buried the lead. But I wanted to kind of save it because the 28th is the crescendo, if you will, of all of the things that are happening in the month of October. Mm-hmm. A concert.
Yes.
So what can we expect? I am so excited now. And that night, I will be in the house.
Okay. Well, I've always, when I do revivals, I try to do different things. So it's not stale, the same old thing all the time. And so every year, I'm always praying and asking God, give me some vision and direction to do something different. Know. But I always end with some kind of like bam at the end, or some kind of something that they keep people excited about. Okay, I can't wait till next year to come back, kind of thing, right? So we're doing a concert. We have Kim Burrell, who's coming, and we're getting excited, of course, to have her be a part of. First of all, coming to the city of Gary.
Yes.
And to exercise her gift in singing.
Kim is the truth, okay? She is going to blow the roof off this church. You have insurance, Pastor?
Let me tell you, I just had a trustee board meeting yesterday, and I meant to put that on the agenda.
Right.
But, I think we need to, up the insurance.
It's going to be on fire in here. I can't wait. Yeah. So now there is a donation attached to this.
There is, of course, with anything there's expense, right? And so this concert, there's an expense to it. So of course we have to pay for her to come, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's other things that we have, other groups that are coming, and our sound guy, and commercials, and
commercial.
The list goes on. To, how much a concert like this does cost, and it does cost a little bit. So the support of our community, of course. From Gary, our community city here, is needed.
We don't mind. We love to be able to have things in our own city.
Absolutely.
And why not support events and things of opportunity in our own city? Right. We'll pay to go to Chicago, Pastor.
Right.
We'll pay to go to Maryville, Cherville, Horseshoe, all those other places. Right. Why not right here in Gary? So what are the costs of the tickets? I'm not scared. So, tell them.
So the tickets are $55, and it's one fee for. There's no different tiers, levels and like that. So it's $55. And free parking. We have plenty of parking out there for folks. So to your point, going into the city sometimes in Chicago, you got to find parking, because I've done it. I've gone to concerts and have to find parking. It takes me a half hour or so to find a park.
Right, and then you're waiting forever to get out.
Then I'm spending at least $40, $50, $60 on parking. Depending on where I park. But you come $55. There's free parking, and you get a wonderful concert.
Yes.
Not only is we celebrate, of course, Kim Burrell being here, but we have some local and some out of state guests as well.
Okay.
That's going to be a part of the opening of the concert.
Yeah.
Because Kim Burrell will come on a little bit later in the evening, probably around about 8 o'clock she'll come on. But before that, we have some groups that are going to perform and minister to us. So we have Angeline Spencer. I'm told she's about 10 years old, and she's from New Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church here in Gary. The pastor there is Chet Johnson, and so my minister of music, Dr. Delina Mack, she saw her dance at a program, and she said, "Pastor, this young girl is she's anointed and she's just wonderful." And so I took her word for it. I said, "Okay, well, she excited you. She got to be good."
Oh, Dr. Mack knows.
Yeah, she knows. You know? So she's going to be here to represent the younger people, right? And then we have the West Side Dance Academy that's going to be coming. Which is a little bit older of kids there.
Now, are they out of Chicago?
No, they're here.
The West Side, are you talking about West Side Leadership Academy or West Side? Is it a dance company?
It's a dance academy here in the city of Gary.
Okay,
yeah,
all right. I'm not familiar, but I'm going to be by Friday night on the 28th. I bet you that much.
Yeah, so they're the West Side Dance Academy.
Okay.
Here in the city of Gary.
Okay.
And it's a group of young people. And the director of that group escapes me right now, but that's a group that Dr. Mack was able to obtain.
Okay.
And they're going to be here, and they're going to, again, dance and demonstrate their gifts as well. Then we have my daughters.
I was waiting, since Pastor Bynum can get his nephew on stage and all of those family connections, you might as well jump in the game too. But I hear they're very talented. Talk a little bit about your daughter.
So my oldest daughter, her name is Tajay. She's doing her master's and degree in Virginia, and so she is excited about coming. So she's saying she's more of a background type of singer. Excuse me. And my middle child, her name is Jada. She's the singer. Okay. So she's more out front and take the mic and lead the solo. Okay. And, and she has such an attitude with it in a positive way.
I was gonna say, where'd she get the attitude?
I think she gets the singing and the attitude. Well, I'll say she gets the singing from both her parents.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave the attitude with the mom. No, I'll just play.
I knew it was coming.
I'll just play.
Too funny. I hope she
gets it from both of her parents. She gets that talent and gift from.
Nice.
But yeah, so she has a unique voice to the point where we're praying that she gets a signage for a record label. So that's where she's leading to right now.
Oh, I'm really fired up now.
Yeah,
I'm
she's in the studio. She's recording and she's make her own music up and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, she's doing her thing. Again, I look at the gifts that God gives our children, right? And how they demonstrate and get opportunity to demonstrate their gifts. So I've asked her if she wanted to come. She says, "Oh yeah, absolutely." So they'll be doing a duet together. One of the songs is "Chasing After You." Is one of the songs they're going to be doing, and "Forever" is a long time. That's how much I love you. Now, when I first heard that song, I thought it was just a wedding song. Yeah. Right. And so my daughter sends me this, so I want to know. I'm nosy. I want to know what y'all singing, right? And she sends me the YouTube. I said, well, wait, this is a wedding song. But then when I looked at the artist and looked at the name and looked at the words, I said,
this is why I love you.
Right, this is why I love you.
I knew it. I was just waiting for you to catch up.
I didn't know it until I had to look. Like the first time I heard that song was at a wedding. And I said, oh, this is a nice song. This is a beautiful song. Nice wedding song. Never knew it was like religious, like it was coming from the spiritual.
Definitely have that. Yeah.
So it can do, I can't think of the name of it, but it can be both. It can be used for both, wedding or church related.
So I have to ask you this. Do you think there will be a surprise? Well, it wouldn't be a surprise if I say it now, but you think there's going to be an invitation by your daughters to come up there and join them, and it becomes a trio of the Jacksons or something? What you think about that? I'd love to see that. I'm sure the viewers would. That would seal the deal on the $55 ticket sales. I'm convinced, but that's just me.
They may want to pay $25 when I get up there.
But it all sounds like an amazing night. All being closed out with Kim, and I'm just elated that you continue to bring your fresh ideas and ask the Lord to give you the vision for these fresh ideas, because for those of you who still recall, you did have Donnie McClurkin here. Yes. And let me tell you, there was not, you couldn't get up to go to the restroom and come back, somebody would be in your seat. Yeah. Because that's how crowded it was. And so I wanted to do this live with you, Pastor, to make sure that people got their tickets, because we're in that 14-day window or so, 12-day, and they're getting, the last of them are getting ready to go.
Yeah.
So,
tickets are starting really to pick up. People are calling in and asking for, how can they get their tickets. You can go to Jay's Breakfast Club. I always shout out to Jay's Breakfast Club.
Because you always up in there eating.
I do go and eat, and I always pick with her because when I do go and eat, she's not there.
Oh, well, she's out getting her new building built. It'll be even closer to you.
I know, it's exciting.
Yes, all these great things happening in Gary. Hopefully Kim will get a chance to stop by the restaurant if she's in town the next day or something like that. We certainly extend that invite. Absolutely. But they have to get their tickets. So Jay's Breakfast Club, which is located at 3669 Broadway in Gary. How else?
I'm glad that you knew the address because I didn't know the address. All I was going to say is smell the bacon,
shrimp and grits,
smell the
follow
grits,
the smell,
smell somewhere on Broadway to the left.
Right.
That kind of thing. But So you can get your tickets there. She has tickets there to be sold. You can get your tickets here at the church.
Okay.
During
1600 West 25th Avenue. Gotcha.
You better get your address.
This is my city. Come on now. 50 years and counting. GI.
All right now. And let's see what else.
Online?
Online, Eventbrite. So you can go on Eventbrite and type in Kim Burrell, or you can type in St. Timothy Community Church, and it should pop up on Eventbrite.
Okay.
You can certainly purchase your tickets there. Also, we're giving out, not giving out, I keep saying giving out.
Because it's the church.
Yeah, I know.
We want to give, but you got to pay. I'm sorry, y'all. This is Kim Burrell.
But we're what's another way of saying not giving? I'm not giving out.
We are offering, we're providing.
We're selling.
Okay.
That's what,
I feel it coming, and it sounds like food. Since we're talking about food.
Yes, we're talking about food, and I'm kind of hungry right now, so I wish she was cooking something right now in the kitchen back there. But so we are selling people of God.
Yes, saints.
The saints, we are selling dinners. You know how we do with church dinners now.
What would a concert be without some chicken
what
dinners?
What would a church service be without,
Amen.
Any kind of chicken dinners?
Right.
We chicken to death.
Yes, and we will feed the people.
Yes, okay. So we want to encourage you. It's $15. We're doing, I think it's 4 chicken wings. It may be 6. Don't quote me, but whatever's
it's gonna
in
be
there. It's going to be chicken in there, wings. It's a French fries and a pop. I'm still getting used to the pop.
Yes, you have to say pop. He's an East Coaster. All my friends in college is soda. No, it's pop here.
So pop.
Sorry.
Okay. And then you have also catfish.
Some fries. My stomach.
Catfish. Now let me tell you.
Okay.
Our chef Larry Pruitt and
Larry. So
Mr.
that's
Bullock and all them back there. They be back there. And I am a chicken lover, but when I tasted the catfish, fried catfish, praise ye the Lord.
I already know.
Give him all of the praise. Okay.
So this is pre-orders. You can do your pre-orders.
So do your pre-orders. You want to do your pre-orders, but if you don't do your pre-orders, we're only doing about 100 dinners.
I was gonna say it's gonna be about supplies last.
Yeah. So
I don't want people fighting at your church.
Well,
over the catfish and chicken. We're here to rejoice.
Well, we do have security.
Okay. You are funny to me.
We have cops and we have security.
All right, Gary's finest.
Yes, we have our Gary police officers are going
we
to be
can solve this if they go ahead and place their orders in advance.
They can.
Then Larry and team will know how many to prepare,
Absolutely.
have a few extra. So we'll get the spiritual food,
right,
and then we'll get the physical food, and we will be happy right here in our city.
You'll be very happy when you leave St. Timothy Community Church on that Friday.
So to recap, I am talking and chatting with my friend / comedian / pastor, Dr. Ramin Jackson. You are funny. For St. Timothy Community Church. I mean, the revival, October is a month of revival, and you all are nailing it, knocking it out of the park and being creative and innovative and inviting by having all the other churches participate, the city, the community. And for my Chicago friends who are watching, and they do watch.
Okay, Chicago.
The church is located right off 94. So you can just come right over and jump off 94. You don't have to navigate through Gary.
Exit 9.
And we're right there. $55 for an amazing concert, not just with Kim, but also Burrell, but with also this local talent. So it's time for them to make some moves. That's it. Yeah. And so do your final plea like you do in the commercials. I love those commercials.
Look, yeah, after 50 takes.
Right.
But no, we want to really just welcome you to come. Bring your family, your friends, bring Pookie and everybody else.
All of them.
Throw them in the car and bring them all. If they don't got a suit and tie, they don't need a suit and tie.
They do need $55.
They do need $55.
Okay.
There's a couple there are a couple of things you need, requirements. You need $55 and you have to wear clothes.
Okay, please and thank you.
You have to be clothed.
Yes.
All right.
Amen.
Not only clothed in your right mind, but your body needs to be clothed as well.
Fully. Yes, respectfully, I get it.
But we really want y'all to come out and be supportive of our concert as we try to bring things into the city, so that we have things to do, and to fellowship with one another and just have a good time in the name of the Lord and have some good fun.
Pastor, thank you for taking this time to participate in another CWIT session. My gut tells me this won't be the last. I really enjoy working with St. Timothy Community Church. The energy is here. I love your members. I have lots of friends who attend this church, and we just thank you for allowing us to share the great news of all the things that you all are doing. And I will see you on the 28th, if not before. I'm out of town on the 21st, but definitely on the 28th, we will be in the house. I want to thank all of you for watching another CWIT session. Get your tickets. I'm getting ready to post the links and share just with about 40,000 of my friends. That's all.
Okay, yes.
But this event will sell out. I promise you. Every time I get a nasty inbox like, why didn't you tell me I did? I'm telling you, it will sell out. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. Have a safe evening, and we'll see you next time.